This show has a lot going on. We'll look at Bitcoin's price and then head to our goal, where we'll learn more about the Bloomberg markets. We are also going to talk to Brad Garlinghouse. Once that's done, we'll look at what's going on with TLR. The US Treasury just printed a lot of money, which is why the price of Bitcoin went up. People, I don't think so until I know more. Let's start this right away. BTC worth $72.20. Ethereum is now worth $26.69, up 1.51% after going up 1.41% in the last day. They are both coming in at $0.99 because XRP is mainly in $0.52. The sum is currently 7% less than what it was, or 452 billion. Where will we end up? This brings up an interesting question. Do you remember when the video was made? You may remember that we told you last week that the cryptocurrency market was almost worth $2.50 trillion. We've now hit the exact point where we made the call, but Bitcoin's main goal was to go above its all-time high, which it set earlier this year. At that point, we would say that the bull run has begun. The price of Bitcoin is now at $7,198, just below its all-time high of $7,378. We're not quite right, so what could happen now? Because of this, we need to stay alert because this deal could be fraudulent. I am aware that Bitcoin can hit 70,000. We wanted that, but the most important thing was for Bitcoin to beat its old high point and set a new one. It's important to remember, though, that just because it hits a certain level doesn't mean it needs to go down. Just stay alert and ready for any possible turnaround. Even if there is a retracement, Bitcoin still has promise. The record-breaking high point has not been topped since. We'll know it's time to leave if we beat the old high score. People just pay attention to what's going on in the days that follow. That's it. Bitcoin goes past the $71,000 mark. A lot of election-related rumors say that Bitcoin passed the $71,000 mark on Tuesday morning. The move has been on our minds for a while. CoinGecko's track shows that Bitcoin hit $71,700 a week before the US elections. This made all important coins go up in value. The way things are going has changed. We will break the record high in November if we don't do it today. It's Q4. Bitcoin's value is expected to go through the roof. Remember that our first goal for the total market value of coins was $2.5 trillion. We will shoot for $3 trillion if we reach this goal, and then we will start to push even higher. It looks like everything is okay. It looks wonderful. It's now. That's what we've been waiting for. Keith gave this information to me. He told them that the Bitcoin market cap had hit the Fibonacci level, which showed that it was in charge. We need to keep a close eye on things and see if we can keep going in the same direction after some hiccups. We're putting our attention on this. You can see that we gave in and agreed to 618. The goal number is 71. But any number in this range is fine. Bitcoin will keep going up if the trend stays the same, while the value of some alternative currencies will keep going down. At the moment, though, the situation is fair in case the trend changes. It will cause the value of the whole coin to go up if it goes down. We don't know what will happen. We can do one of two things since we broke into the box. Either we go back outside and let some coins run for a little while before going back up into the box, or we keep going up into this box right now. I think that the market will keep going up. Bitcoin hasn't hit its peak yet, and I don't think the end of the season is close. I believe the season will end in 2025. But only time will tell. Markets from Bloomberg US. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen says fraud in the banking business is getting worse. We've been talking about banking system theft for a while now, but you don't bring up Janet Yellen. Everyone remembers Anthony Ware, who works for Ripple and used to be the head of the central bank. I think Tony still works for Ripple. He did, though. He kept going. He was in charge of the central bank's project to use digital money. He thinks it would be bad if there was a technology for an unchangeable ledger that kept records of all deals and let people find them. There is no such thing as this kind of technology, and things are going well there. Yes, we know that the ledger or blockchain in general is out there and could solve this problem. But there's a catch. What's really wrong is that they won't find an answer. They would not be able to get away with the fraud they are doing if they really wanted to do something about it. So they could have solved the problem years ago, but chose not to. They are aware of all the dishonest things they do behind the scenes, but they don't want to fix them because they're afraid of being caught and losing something. That's how simple it is for them to send money, wash money, and do all of their other illegal financial business. Is this Brad Jing's house? New York crypto. It was just put up. In an interview with Bloomberg yesterday, Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, Coinbase's top legal officer, and others talked about how the US election spending in 2024 has made the cryptocurrency business more likely to be trolled. It doesn't matter how this turns out, I hope we're going to have a restart at the federal level to see a change. Finance technology needs to be accepted in almost every area, whether it uses AI or not. The president will interact with this sector more positively so that it spreads. Fintech needs to make its position known and listen to the concerns of American voters and citizens who are afraid that if the US doesn't regulate cryptocurrencies, they will do well in other parts of the world, leaving us behind. Instead of depending only on lawsuits and never-ending arguments, this needs clear rules and a certain amount of consistency. Cases in court. Gary Gensler's time as the leader of the cryptocurrency business is almost over. This campaign, like the Trump campaign, knows what 52 million Americans want to do in the future. Any new government must deal with these kinds of problems. It's good news that the US markets tend to adjust. The bad thing is that the predictions are already being put into action. There you have it. This might change what the market thinks will happen in the next few weeks. Take a look at the world we live on now. What a crazy place it is. People, it's a strange and funny place. A lot of people worry about how much money is spent on crypto during elections, even though politicians who are against crypto are getting money for their party. Some people think that cryptocurrency is a great idea. But that doesn't mean you can't win, does it? You'll lose. There is no way you can win no matter which side you choose. The release of Bitcoin SURG and the $1 billion from Tether Treasury happen at the same time. What a strange time it is, eh? Tether recently broke its peg again, which raises major concerns about its stability. It also looks like it is buying us bonds while other countries sell them. Since 2017, I've used a Tether in space. It's that easy for the Tether Prince to pump for Bitcoin Prince of Tether. Bitcoin is very popular for a very long time. A lot of people think that Tether will fail and that Bitcoin will value itself at $0. In other words, it's not happening at all. We understand how this works. They make Tether, which makes Bitcoin go up. Bitcoin can only really pump in this way. Because of that, nothing has changed. Nothing is going to change. Is Tether really coming back to Bitcoin? It's just manipulating the market. Who knows? No one knows. No one really knows what's going on. But I'll tell you one from behind the scenes, because my man is flirting with danger. The CEO of Tether should make sure that everything is set up correctly. A lot of people were interested in him right away. A lot of people are looking at him. Okay, remember tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we will be having a live show where we will talk about the market. We're going to talk about the market. I will answer your questions right away. On the show, I might even think about raising the number of phones and trying to set up my new theme and layout around 7 p.m. At Eastern Standard Time, we plan to talk about Bitcoin XRP on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter, the way people think about the market. What we want to find is what we should look for. Please make sure you watch the whole video. If not, I'll see you in the next one.